actually ruled by our we're actually ruled by our conscious mind and our subconscious mind, but more from our subconscious mind. And these are the things that you need to understand because that's what creates our beliefs and the things that we see to be true in life, and how we actually see life and how we accept the things that we do. So if you have some beliefs, it's because it's something that has happened in the past, or it's something that you've developed yourself, and you're being ruled by your subconscious mind, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it is perfect because when you know something that you can do something about it. All right. So, in today's podcast episode, we'll be talking about how your belief shape your future, the things that you see, how your belief shape the life that you're going to get. So let's discuss in today's podcast. Let's talk. All right. Hi, my name is Maximus Christopher. I'm your favorite online marketing strategist. And this is the Prolific podcast where we talk about self-development and entrepreneurship. And today's podcast, of course, we'll be talking about how your beliefs shape your life, shape your world, shape the things that you do. And like I said, if you know about it, then it's something you can do about it. So it's something that you can change. Because when it comes to the things that we do, we face certain things in life, and it is something that you can do to actually change certain things that actually happen in your life as well. In the sense that if you know the vision that you have on the inside and where you're going to, and even if you get to face doubts, there's nothing wrong with doubts, okay? Even if you get to face doubt, there's something you can do about it. And I'm going to tell you what I do. It's something I discovered some couple of years ago, but I started doing them this year. It is have you heard that thing, become your own best friend? You can start having conversation with yourself. When I mean conversation with yourself, I'm talking about affirmation. Of course, I do affirmation, okay? I'm not just talking about affirmation where you affirm, and these are the things that you want to do, you affirm those things. No, I'm talking about you having conversation. So whereby you feel this doubt on the journey to achieving the dreams that you have. And there's nothing wrong with you, like I said, there's nothing wrong with having the doubts. But what you can do is to have a conversation with yourself. Now, you can sit yourself down. Now, I know you're going to think, oh, Maximus, man, that is mad. No. There's something I do, okay? When I walk on the road, I talk to myself. I'm having conversation with myself. I'm actually talking to myself, telling you when you talk to yourself. Now, but this one I'm talking about right now is you consciously talking to yourself, because when you consciously do that, it feeds your subconscious mind, because we are ruled by our subconscious mind 90% of the time. It's like when you want to drive and you get in a car, at first you're so conscious. I mean, you're so conscious. And if someone's sitting next to you and the person is just talking to you, you just don't want to listen to that person at all, because your mind is, I need to face this stuff where I'm going to, I need to just be there. I need to just do this and that I need to do. But when you become prolific in driving and you understand everything that you need to do, what happens? You'll start driving subconsciously. At the first, when you start driving at first, if someone is talking to you, say, hey guy, don't worry. When we get home, you tell me wherever it is that you want to tell me. Right now, my focus is I don't want to have an accident. I don't want to be involved in an accident. I just want to drive home and be home in one piece. But all of a sudden you not do it, and subconsciously you're driving, you're taking a call, and you're talking to someone at the back seat. And you're shouting at other drivers, and you're even buying something in traffic, all driving and making calls and doing all of that at the same time. What changed? You've trained your subconscious mind over time that everything is not automatic, because everything is automatic. Imagine if you have to think about everything that you want to do. Imagine if you have to think that, oh, I need to wash my teeth. Imagine if you have to think, I need to take my bath. Imagine if you have to think, oh, I need to eat. So the things that we get to do, they become subconscious, then they become automatic. It just happens. You don't think of putting your clothes. It happens automatically. Imagine if you have to think. Imagine the strain you will put on your brain for you to think about everything that you need to do. So going back to me talking to myself, You can sit yourself down. Yes, sit yourself down. Whatever is it that you drink, if it's tea or if it's wine, you pour yourself one and you're having a conversation with yourself. You say, okay, I want to achieve this dream. I want to achieve this thing. And there's a doubt that is coming. So, why is this doubt creeping in? Now, there's nothing wrong with doubt. You just have to address the doubt. So you sit down and say, okay, this doubt is coming. So what do we do? Then you start having conversation with your inner self. With your inner self. The Bible says when we pray, believe that you've received. When you pray. So what is prayer? Prayer is having a conversation. Okay, prayer is having a conversation. Prayer is you having a conversation. So when you talk to yourself and you have a conversation with yourself, you're actually praying to yourself. You're having conversation. Because we are created in image and likeness of God. Okay? So and deep call it unto deep. So the Spirit of God is on the inside of you. So he's in your spirit. So when you're talking to yourself, you're talking to your spirit. So you talk, because man is a spirit that has a soul and lives in a body. Okay, so you're having this conversation. And you say, okay, so these doubt, this stuff that we see on our way right now, why is it creeping in? Why is it coming out? Why are we having this doubt? Is it necessary in this stuff? Because it is necessary in your journey as well. So, but when you acknowledge the doubt, now if you allow the doubt to take over you, you cause unnecessary struggles. But when you have a conversation and you look at it from a different angle, because now you're talking to yourself, so you're seeing it from your inner man, not just from based on what you know now. Are you getting it? Not based on what you know, but you're seeing it from your inner man. So you're having a conversation. So this stuff that we face right now, why is it coming out? What is happening? It probably may be coming out based on what you've done before. Actually, most of the time, it comes out based on your previous experiences, the things that you've done before, whatever happened before. So that doubt is coming based on the information that you have in your mind, Okay, so based on the information that you have, so you talk to yourself and you start addressing the doubts. Okay, I understand this and it's coming out because of this. So is that necessary? Does it mean that I can achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve? So you start having this conversation. Oh, this stuff that's coming up, is it because of what happened? Is it because of my past? You don't allow your past. Of course, it's a cliche. You don't allow your past to hold you back. But actually, some of us get to allow our past hold us back unconsciously. Unconsciously. We're not even thinking about it, but unconsciously, our past is holding us back. Our past is drawing us back. So you have this conversation with yourself. Say, why are we having this doubt? Why am I having this doubt? Or is based on what happened years ago, or based on this. So does that necessarily define who I am right now? You get what I'm saying? So does that define who I am right now? No, it does not define me. So you start having this conversation with yourself. I would say when you pray in secret, so what you're doing, you're praying in secret, you're talking to yourself, you're having this conversation. So you have conversation with yourself. Now, this is not just affirmation. You're actually having conversation. You're talking. So you do that, and all of a sudden, you start seeing it from a different angle. You start seeing what you need to do. You start seeing, oh, I need to take these necessary steps to achieve these results that I see, to taking myself back in alignment with the vision. Are you getting it? So you start doing that. You start doing it. So that is what you should do, so that you can actually build the life that you have. Of course, when you have this conversation, sometimes if you're in a relationship and you have an issue with someone, most of the time it's not that person, it's actually you. So you're reacting based on the information that you have. You are reacting based on past information, based on past incidents. So reacting, maybe your mother-in-law told you something about your wife, and you're reacting, oh, your mother-in-law said this about you, and now I'm seeing it manifesting. No, it is manifesting in your mind because of the information that you had. I'm letting you know this thing that I'm sharing with you, it has changed my life. It has changed the way I say things. It has changed my life. So all of a sudden, sometimes when I'm done during the day, I lay on the bed at night and I start replaying everything in my mind. I start seeing things differently in my mind. I start having conversation with myself. So if the day didn't go the way I expected it to go, what do? I reimagine it. Because when you see these things and you imagine what happened, you're creating your future. You're creating what you want to see. That is how to create. So when you face doubt and say, "Oh man, this is not going to work," and I allow you to accept it, and this is not going to work. So let me look for another channel. Let me look for another way. Who said you have to look for another way? How about you sit down and have that conversation with yourself and say, "How do we navigate this? Is this true about me? This information, is it true about me? This thing, is it necessarily true about me? Am I saying it the way I should say it? Is it necessarily true?" It's not true. It's based on information that you had. So that is how you have this conversation and you start talking to yourself. And you need to plan it. You need to have self-talk. You become your own best friend. So you're not seeking for validation from someone else. You become your own best friend. So you sit yourself down. You have a conversation. Deep, call it onto deep. So you have this conversation. Iron sharpens iron. And what's the best way to sharpen yourself? Is to have conversation with yourself. Your real self. You have conversation with your real self. So you don't allow validation from others or approval of others to get to you. No, what you have on the inside of you is you validate yourself. You say, okay, now we can achieve this. Yes, we can go this. Yes, we can do this. And we can achieve it. I can get it done. Even if others don't get to see what you're saying. But because you've had that conversation, the Bible says when you pray, believe that you have received, not after you pray, when you pray. So when you have that conversation, believe it. Believe your beliefs shape your words. So you believe it. So the beliefs that you've had, where you are today is based on your beliefs. So you believe it so much when you pray. Then you're going to act. Then you just do what you've seen on the inside. I believe you've gotten something today and you're going to take action. All I ask for you to do right now is for you to just share this video with those that you love. Share this video right now. And like I always say, success is impacting the world with the investment of your personality. So invest in yourself. So we're going to have the best of you. I'll see you in tomorrow's podcast episode. Do have a wonderful night rest. God bless you.